So I'm back here in the gym with Davrin, and we're going to be following on from that video we did before where we explained his warm-up for his forearms and a little bit of biceps, right?
Exactly,
exactly. And now we're going to be jumping into a bicep session. So Davrin was he just finished his first exercise. So what were you doing for that?
My first exercise today, after preparing my forearms and partially biceps, it was this single arm. So I was doing curls. So for warming up set, I started with 12 kilograms.
Okay.
This single. How I'm performing this, all my exercises are slow and painful. And I'm trying really to use the targeted muscle, not to use complete body or to use the swing. So if I need some assistance, I assist. For the first part of the movement, I assist with my abdomen. So let's show this, how it works. So movement is relatively slow, especially when I'm going down, doing this negative, and I'm using my abdomen, trying to control weight, and for the warm-up, doing 20 repetitions.
Right, so 20 repetitions, nice and controlled all the way through.
Yeah. So it's combination with rotation. Notice I start like I show, hammering, but then I rotate the weight, so all areas, both biceps and partially of the forearm are involved in this movement.
So would that be like a curl or?
Yes, that's a curl.
Yeah.
That's a curl. So it's, let's say, some hybrid between classical curl and hammer.
All right. Okay.
So that's.
So it's true when you do twist the arm like you're doing.
Yeah.
You trigger different parts of the muscle, right?
Exactly. So the bigger group of the muscles are involved in this movement. So if you can watch this from side, you shall notice that the body is more or less vertical. So I'm not using this swing.
Yeah, you're like static with the body, just not moving.
This is very difficult, but it targets the muscle.
And so what would you tell somebody who is lifting weights and then the last couple of reps he's struggling with it, so he uses his back to kind of swing? What would you say to that?
Well,
to help him get the weights up.
If this is just few repetitions, it could be done.
Okay.
Because it's one, I would say, positive impulse. But if you work like that from the beginning, if you work complete set, if you're working like that with small weights, which you can control, fantastic, then I dare to say it's useless training.
Right.
Because then it's maybe more training for your lower back or I don't know for what, but for biceps, for sure not.
Okay.
So with bigger weight, yes, but it lasts for limited number of repetitions when you are exhausted and you want to do like in airplane some afterburn. So then you can use this technique, or somebody could assist with little push.
Okay, I guess so. If you haven't got someone to spot you the last few reps,
to spot.
Yeah, you got
just a few last repetitions, and it should be more symbolic spot, because this should be exercise for you, not for the spotter.
Right, for sure. Okay, so once you finish the warm up, then you move on to heavier weights, right? I'm guessing.
Exactly. So I did sets with 12, 14, 16, and then real sets are, let's say, 18, 20, 22, eventually 24 kilograms. So how it looks, I should perform now.
Right.
That you can see, for example, how I should do a few repetitions with 20 kilograms, which is pretty heavy if you are working properly. So let's try to do this.
How many repetitions you go for?
Well, usually for my working set, I try to do range between 8 and 12 repetitions. So maybe my first working set I can do with 12, then with increasing the weight, I am falling down to 10, to 9, to 8. So from side.
Nice and slow.
So it would be first set, like working set.
And how many of those would you do?
Just a moment. So generally, I'm trying to do for biceps at least 20 sets.
20 sets?
20 sets, yes.
That's a lot of sets.
So let's say 10 sets of this single.
Right.
Then I'm going to easy bar.
Okay, so this is
So,
the easy
yeah,
bar
that's
right
the easy
here.
bar. Yeah, so on this easy bar, my first set, like preparing set, was with bar, and on each side it was 10 kilograms.
So you'd begin with 10 kilos on the bar.
10, so on each side 10, so it's 20 kilograms plus bar.
And this is going into the first set, not a warm up.
That's warm up.
Oh, you warm up again with the easy bar, like.
Each one I try to start, because it's a little bit different movement, so I'm trying always to prepare the muscle or the groups of muscles in the best possible way.
Okay.
So it's long-lasting process and sometimes painful, but it prevents injury and give you chance to do this really with big weights and sufficient number of repetitions, which is important for growing up the muscle and of course for rising the power. It's practically should be connected. So now I'll do one like warming up set just to show, then we can continue with a bit bigger weights.
Okay.
The same with this part. I'm trying to use the same metrics. So I'm going a little bit faster up, hold a bit, and then with full control, I'm going down. So again, body is practically vertical, and I'm using only the power of the muscles. And for warming up, practically, I almost don't use some special force of my abdomen. Of course, for sets which shall follow, so-called working sets, instead of this impulse of swing, I shall use more my abdomen.
So your abs are tight, you're locked in, and you're just using your biceps.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now I should have a break because it's pretty difficult to work this properly and to use, instead of swinging the body movement like that, where amplitude is very short, you are using, if you work properly, you are using big amplitude, and it's long-lasting set. So no matter is it 8 or 12 repetitions, I'm trying to do like that my set lasts minimum 40 seconds. So not only number of repetitions and the speed of repetition, and of course the weight is important, but also total time of workout is very important.